Hello, good morning. Well, today is gonna be like a adventure type of video. We're gonna go to Colossal Cave. I think that's how you say it, Colossal Cave. So I'll just keep you guys updated and I'll talk to you guys more when I get with my dear. Bye.
You're gonna run around.
Just past that stop sign over there.
Telling you.
In Kingman?
He's the only one who's been to Colossal Cave.
See, look. Colossal Cave.
You guys ever wonder where all these...
Jonathan, you're gonna love it. The first thing, when you walk into the shop, you're gonna be like, whoa!
We made it!
Let's go. Hurry. These are cool stairs.
Daniel. Let him go, baby. Let him go.
1934. Oh, look at this. Yeah.
Well, let's go to the restroom. He said. And then you like, I know you like my fanny pack. I know you like it. Overlook Agave Trail.
This is awesome.
This is my fossil for me.
Ten cuidado, Karma, okay? Look it! What is that?
Like a raccoon. Doña. But it's kind of different because it has the
Stay over there. I'm gonna take a
Throw it over to your left, Daniel. Throw it to the left.
Okay, stay right there. You got it. Ready? Mom? Okay, I at least want to go through up here.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's cool up there. Me too. It's a little cool.
It's so pretty. Qué bonito, Karma.
I got a picture of his butt. That was it. I want to get a picture of him.
I know, huh?
He's looking for food, most likely.
Yeah. Do you know what animal that is?
Coati.
Koali.
Look at it, look at it.
Nico.
Okay, wait, leave him. Quiere comida.
Man, look at his nail.
I know.
Nico, look at Nicolás.
Fuchi, fuchi. Stinky.
Ten cuidado, Karma.
Okay, so we're just going to give our eyes a few minutes to adjust while we're in this room. But if you take a look around, these are all the basic building blocks of our cave. So all of this is limestone. And if you look to your right, I'll point this out at the bottom and I'll work my way up so everybody can see. You'll see these dark scorch marks. See how it's brown here in comparison to those lighter areas? And then for you guys up here, all these dark scorch marks in comparison to the light limestone. These scorch marks were left by the Hohokam Native Americans, and they used the cave for shelter from 900 to 1450 AD. They had bonfires in this room for ceremonial purposes, and they'd also light torches for extra sources of light, so that's where these scorch marks came from. So this room is called the Crystal Forest, named for all the beautiful crystal formations overhead. These crystals are not bright and shining like you might have been expecting. That's because our cave is a dry, dormant cave. Water no longer actively runs through it. It's been drying out for the past 10 to 12,000 years. Over that time, a very thick layer of dirt or debris has accumulated, and it covers all the calcite crystals inside of our cave. You can see how many of them are broken off. That's a result of the tourism that occurred during the late 1800s. This never happens naturally, so if you do see one that's broken off, it had to have been broken off by a person at some point. Today, it's actually a federal offense to do any damage to the cave or even take small pebbles out. punishable anywhere from a $700 fine to 2 years in prison. So they take cave conservation very seriously nowadays. Make sure you watch your head here at the bottom. This over my head, this is Mr. Fang. Fang is the largest stalactite in our cave system. He weighs 1 to 2 tons, so he's not going to budge, and he's known for taking out tall people's foreheads. At the bottom of Fang, there's actually lots of darker discoloration. That's from all the hair products over the years, so my taller folks, watch your head coming down this step. Also, watch your head going up the next set of stairs. Cave was prepped to be a fallout shelter here during the Cold War, and that's been here ever since. There was an act that was passed in the 70s. It states that if anything has been inside of the cave for more than 50 years, it's deemed historic and we're not allowed to remove it. Just be careful not to touch it. Thank you. So over time, that's fallen under that rule. There's trash in some parts of the cave we can't take out now because it's historic, so it just stays here forever.
Historic trash.
Yes. And up here, so these are landmarks. Early explorers were trying to find these rocks to remember where they were in the cave and how to get out. They just look like distinctive objects or things. First, you're going to see the cave witch. There's her big wart, her eye, her big witchy nose, her big tooth, and her mouth is wide open because she's eating a limestone cookie. You can see her hair on the right side. She also has a pet cat named Shadow to keep her company. And a lot of people think Shadow looks like Batman as well. It's up to you. This room is called the living room, more specifically Frank Schmidt's living room. The gift shop, the building that you checked into before the tour, that's where Frank Schmidt used to live. When he lived there, he didn't have air conditioning, so if he could, he would much rather be down here, especially during those hot summer months. He would spend 6 or 7 days at a time right here in this area, usually mapping out the cave. And the people that were taking his tours, if they wanted to take a little break or even a nap, they would roll out their sleeping bags right here and just get some rest. So it was a really well-used area, especially during the 20s and 30s. Ahead, as you're coming up the stairs, you're going to see the dinosaur boneyard. There are no actual dinosaur bones here, but these formations do look very similar. You might be able to see a vertebrae on the right, a pelvis, and parts of a rib cage on the left.
La cabeza, Mom. Okay, good, good.
Aquí hay otro pelón, doña. Aquí hay otro pelón, doña.
Oh wow. It looks like someone could slide right there.
Okay, so this is the sinkhole that I had talked about earlier while we were in Frank's living room. You can actually see the living room right about there. You can see some of the pathway that we had walked on not too long ago.
So I was like calling this adventure time, but it's like a small little road trip. So road trip. No!
No!
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, just because,
No!
yeah. I'll take that then.
No!
Thank you, Jonathan.
Yes, thank you.
Hey, don't ever okay, you can,
He's screaming.
You can stand.
He's screaming no
don't stand
because Mateo Juan told them not to sit
Or
on the
sit
ledge.
on it. You can stand.
Road trip. I'm hungry now. Be careful because I think you have rocks in there, so just be careful with it. Well, we are back, which is great because I'm tired. My ankle hurts, but thank God that we are back. We're all safe. We all had fun, and it was just a good time, good experience to go hang out with the family and to go experience the nature. Like there was this one family, and the dad was telling the son that this is Disneyland didn't make this, it was made naturally. So thinking about that, it's pretty awesome, pretty great. So I had a great time, and it was a fun little road trip adventure time. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Keep having a great day, always think positive, and always be thankful. Bye.